Hello and welcome to the Darkest Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be discussing the game Ars Notoria. Now, I had a subscriber contact me through private messaging and said, look, you haven't done a video doing any testing on that game. Have they added any more assets or have they opened the map up? And I figured I would address that here in this video. This is going to be a really short video, guys. That it looks like what they're doing is they're packaging the game up to hope to resolve most of the things that have been reported, and some things are still trickling in a little bit, so they're working on that. Now, you probably are not going to see another video from me until after February 5th on this game, because they're trying to, I believe it's a Steam Fest, it's the Steam Fest starts on February 5th. I'm reading from their Discord on my other monitor. So it's basically going to open up another biome or another part of the map and incorporate a lot more of the game so that we can test some more of the automation portions. On February 5th, when Steam Fest starts, we will launch a new content update patch that will include the second biome and the magic system. We'll also be so they're also going to be working on like an open test beta system at that time. So currently right now it's been closed testing. They've got maybe 50, 60 guys that have jumped, girls and guys. I kind of use the word guys as a universal term, folks, so don't get mad at me. I'm old, okay? Don't punch me for my pronouns. But for the game, they're going to open it up after the 5th or on the 5th with all the new biome, magic system, whatnot for us to test. But it's going to be an open test environment. So my understanding is if you are a tester out there in the world and you got some free time or you want to dabble into helping test a game, then maybe thinking about downloading the game in its beta open phase after the 5th of February will be something you'd want to do. Now, I would caution anyone who tests their game to play a game for free to see if it's a game, because there's a lot of people that view testing as a demo, and they'll see if they want to actually spend the money for the game when it comes out. And I always felt that that's a terrible way to judge a game, is if you're just getting into the testing phase where things are broken and pigs are flying and stuff is happening with the game that should not be happening, then to judge it as if, oh, okay, with no intent to actually send a ticket in to say, look, I saw a pig fly across the sky, and just to play the game to see if they want to spend money on it. So I would say that only download it and test it if that's what you're going to do. If you're going to validate your experience by actually giving tickets to the test, to the devs during the testing phase, then do that, please. But don't play the game for the sake of, oh, is this going to be a game for me? Let me just hokey pokey around. Yeah, nah, and then go on Discord on another and crap on the game because pigs are flying and you had no thought of, maybe sending a ticket in. Now, I like how the tickets are done in this game for Ars Notoria. It's really simple stuff. If you're comfortable with Discord, you get on Discord, go down to the test, and then you can just add it as a post. There's no program dirtying up the process. There's no program behind the scenes determining if your bug is truly a bug. Because you'll notice that if you in some aspects of testing you submit a ticket through a web face interface or an add-on, and you never know if they even saw it, or if when they did see it they just said, nope, that's not a bug, that's a game feature, and moved on, whereas it legitimately was a bug. So in this situation with Ars Notoria, that never happens, because when I submit something, everybody in the testing people see it. Also, it also allows for non-duplication of the process. So when you have an in-game back-end ticket system where you're submitting through a third party or web base, and I submit it, 9 other people might submit the same problem. Now that's not helpful, because in this situation, when I submit my problem, everybody else says, oh yeah, Tarkus found that, I found that, and they just put a check, say that I acknowledge that is happening. Whereas they would be wasting their time writing up a new ticket for a thing that had already been, addressed or submitted. So, that's just my way of thinking about it, that Ars Notoria is doing it the way, a normalized way that I've seen done. Granted, you have to have Discord to do it. You have to have Discord and willing to use Discord to do it. But I think it's a cleaner, easier way. This way I could also read other people's reports, so I don't have to waste my time addressing it also, because it goes both ways. So I try as a tester, and if you truly are a tester, when a ticket comes in or when somebody posts in the ticket booth, then at that point, you read it and like, oh yeah, okay, I'll look out for that. And then if you experience, that's all you have to do is do a check, an emo on the bottom of the post to kind of say that, yeah, I agree with that, I confirm it, but it also says that I don't have to report it myself. All right, well, I said this video was going to be short, but I kind of got rambling there. So Ars Notoria, you probably won't see another video from me until February, February 5th is what they're saying. So we're January 20th today. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.